Now we're live, right? We're proper live. So there's my
Yeah.
Facebook, my LinkedIn, my
See, I'm
YouTube.
seeing your
Well,
Facebook, your LinkedIn. It's not showing
yeah.
anything about me. So
So have you clicked on stream to your audience?
let me see that.
Top right. Essentially there'll be a blue button that says stream to your audience.
All right. Okay. So add a new destination. I can just
You haven't done that
LinkedIn.
yet?
Huh?
You haven't done that yet? No, no.
Haven't.
Okay, you should have
Is
done
it
that
too
before.
late?
No, it's not too late. And if you want to do it now, then so be it.
Okay. Okay. I'm doing it now.
Yeah, let's bring Michelle on stage. How you doing, Michelle? You've gone back to your funny angle again. You're sideways.
Oh.
Well, yeah, there you go. You're back again. You're back to your normal self. Excellent, excellent.
I'm on the. There we go.
All right. So but I didn't do the. I did not do. I haven't done Facebook.
Okay, if you want to stream to Facebook, feel free.
Yes, I want to invite my Facebook.
You get to stream to 2 places. People from Facebook. I mean, you got choice. Is it Facebook or YouTube that you want?
Okay, my YouTube. Let me do my YouTube.
Okay, because it saves me uploading it to there later on. Excellent. I'm glad we're live. Michelle, and I wonder, thanks for joining us. I'm wondering, what is your take on wealth building for families?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, let you go first. I learned from you guys.
Well, I think now this is all about this book, Family Wealth Secrets, Roxanna's Family Wealth Secrets, Strategies for Building Wealth for Parents and Sustaining and Preserving Wealth for Parents. So that's a book that we launched in December. It's Professor Roxanna's second book, because she's in my anthology. Of course, I forgot to bring that along. But it's always within.
That's the Family Wealth Secrets.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
And the anthology, right here.
Everyone.
Yeah. That's the anthology.
Yeah. Lessons from COVID-19. That's the second one.
Yes, I'm working on the new anthology now. So the health survivor stories. People who survived life-threatening health illnesses.
Okay. First off, when you're neuro, it's like you get on stage and you automatically start ticking, and I tell you what, it's like a big huge brain fart. It's like, what book are they talking about? When you know and you see it, you're like, oh, okay. I will tell you, I had a. Pardon me, I got my ear tube came out and I still have the other ear tube in, so I feel like I'm underneath the ocean on this side. So yeah. Either way, I had to pay rent in a gated community so my kids could go to a certain school that I felt was good for them. So it was like it was a gated community, so you had to pay for everything. And so I just learned how to do my own vegetables in the windows and such. I mean, I was raised in an agricultural town, so it made sense. And it cut everything back, but during COVID.
Yeah, well, thanks for joining us. You are winning, Michelle. You are winning. I see Toulouse here as well. Even I can't see Toulouse on our StreamYard. So welcome, Toulouse.
Welcome, Toulouse. I can't comment on LinkedIn. That's what they just told me.
Why?
I don't know. But they told me we're live, but that's okay. We can go ahead.
So why can't you comment on LinkedIn? I mean, I can.
Yeah,
I think.
I think maybe you have 3, so I guess.
No, I have 2. I have my LinkedIn, and you got your LinkedIn, right?
Okay. Well, that's okay then. Well, it got me out. I was going to, but anyway, let's go ahead.
During COVID leveled the playing field for everyone. I feel I've been an introvert and different all my life, so when COVID happened, not much changed.
Yeah, I agree with that. I'm sure, and I think
I had to get off social media. It was very overwhelming. So I did get off all the Facebook. I started only a couple years ago, and to find my daughter help because she's like me. And ever since COVID, there's so many youths that are just like, hey, and because the parents are like, hey, we've never been like in a lockdown, and so they don't know how to act, and so the kids don't know. So I was like, hey, I'll go where they say to go find jobs. And so I looked up jobs for neuro professors, and I followed it to you.
It's a small world, right?
And it honestly brought up about your COVID book, COVID-19 actually, and it made sense to me because it was finally like a community. People just wanted to start going forward and show love. No one was going to judge me because of this. Now, when you get a TBI, you do whatever you can to help. The youth to go forward so that way these don't happen. And so
have you bought the book, Michelle? Have you bought the COVID book?
No.
You have to buy the book. You have to read the book. That way you can read my story, Professor
That would be good.
Story. You can read. Sorry, I said there's 10 authors in the book, so you have to buy the book sometime.
I'm going to. Reading is hard. The colors and everything right now. Ever since I got in the ear tubes, everything is the colors are different, and so when I'm reading anything, it almost like screams in my head. And so that's why we did this, and it works. So now, yes, I will buy it. No,
excellent.
I learned my phone so I could communicate, and so that's what I'm on right now. Because I can communicate before.
Yeah, no, I think you do amazing. I don't know what I would do if I was deaf and blind at the same time. So
it's scary at first, but you build your own world. You adapt to everybody else because they can't adapt to you.
Yeah, and also again, I think your point about building community is also important. You have to build a community, and that's what I think. Whatever you do on LinkedIn, whether you're an author or whatever, building a community is what it's all about, really. And it's that community that Professor Roxanna spoke about at the beginning that's helped us to achieve 8 international bestseller category wins for this book, for this strategy, family wealth strategies, family wealth secrets book. So that one of my favorite books. My son says that's the most important book that we've ever published.
Oh yeah, that's good. That's good. And today I want to talk about anyway, we don't have time really,
We do have
but
time. Dr. Amaka, welcome as well.
All
Yeah,
the
we have
time in
time.
the world.
Yeah,
All the
thank
time in the
you.
world.
let me mute
Thank
you
you,
for a
Dr.
second, Michelle.
Amaka.
Dr. Amaka might win today. He might eventually win.
Yeah.
We hope she does.
You
I
never
hope.
know. Maybe the
Tolu,
first.
I want Tolu to win as well, by the way.
Tolu is here, right?
Yeah, but I
Come
can't
on
see
up
how.
and tell us your story.
Go on, tell us your story.
We all want to hear your stories. Yeah.
Go on, Dr. Roxanna, tell us your story. Tell us your story.
Yeah, not a lot of stories. I just want to make sure that we are establishing the emergency fund for 2025. I hope that is in your, you have it in your goals for this year. So I have talked to my students and other people who work with me that establishing emergency fund is essential, very, very essential, so that so that we don't get into any unforeseen circumstances. So the first thing to do is to assess your needs. What do you actually need? I talked about the 50, 30, 20. 50, 30, 20 is a financial term of saving, actually using 50% of your income for your needs, for the bills, for all those things that you have to do. And then the 30% for your wants, because you still have to get out and eat. You still have to go and buy those dresses. You still have to go to the mall. And then saving your 20%. But how do we build emergency fund from that 20%, from what we earn? And so I just listed them, and so we can look into them. If you were like me, that I wasn't paying attention to my finances before financial education, I wasn't paying attention to all this. That made me write the book, Family World Secrets, because when I was about 40, I still didn't know how to use my credit card. I still didn't know how to start doing the right thing so that my credit score will be good. And I'm betting that there are some mothers and fathers that don't know that right now. So because of that, at the age of 60 something, you won't believe it, I decided I had to write the book, Family World Secrets. So that is my story, is the reason why I wrote the book, Family World Secrets. And I just want us to make sure we know that term 30, 50, 30, 20, and we're using it very well. Also, we need to know 80-20. 80-20 means that the term 80-20 is the same as Pareto principle, which you can use if you are actually serious. 20% of the time, focusing on what you need to do, on your finances, reading financial books, looking into your savings, making sure that they are where they're going to where they are supposed to go. And it means that actually when you finish, 80% of the time you will be good. You will actually be doing well for your finances. So we talked about the 50, 30, 20 for your budgeting. And then we talked about the 80-20. The 80-20 is Pareto principle. And that is how actually you want to get that money in check. I know I'm emphasizing family wealth, because really, if you don't emphasize that, if you really don't look into your emergency fund, like I'm saying today, well, that comes to when people start getting helter-skelter, when they get into trouble, like losing a job, or maybe an accident, something that came and took maybe your paycheck. So do you have up to 6 months of your earnings saved? Do you have up to 6 months of your earnings saved? Somewhere that you will not just go and touch it because you need to go and buy a small, maybe something small. It has to be somewhere that you can start small, but I'm saying that you want to make sure that it's accessible to you, but it's not easily accessible, so that you can always go back to that when something real emergency comes. So do we have that? Do we actually have that 6 months emergency fund saved up for any emergency? Emergency doesn't knock on anybody's door. The emergency never shows up until maybe you see it and you say, okay, well, how do we do this now? But people start planning for that ahead of time. Also, we restrict the use of emergency fund to only emergencies, And so we also make sure that there is money set aside for our needs. And we already talked about our needs. Our needs is 50% of the paycheck that you will need to pay your bills, all those bills that come to your mails every week, every month. That's 50% pays it. The 30% goes into the wants. You can still save some from there. And 20%, the automated savings we said at the beginning of the year. You automate your savings so that at the end of the month, whether you go and touch it or not, it automatically goes to wherever you want it to go, so that you have that emergency fund saved up for you and your family, and so that that's nothing to panic about when the real emergency comes. So the key to what we are talking about is emergency fund, financial security, savings plans, budgeting, money management, financial education, financial stability, and wealth building. Are we doing all this? I'll call you back, Annie. That's just short and simple. If we are doing all the things we plan to do, I hope in those goals for 2025, we included emergency fund. And where does emergency fund come from? They come from the money, all the money you make. You can save from the 50% that goes to the needs. You save from the 30% that goes to the wants. And you can also save some from the 20% that goes to the savings. And so that by the end of the month, you might actually save more than 20%. And that's what we're talking about. Do you have an emergency fund? If you do, how do you plan to increase it? How do you plan to increase it so that your emergency fund can be more? And how do you plan to diversify your portfolio? Suppose are you checking what you have actually in your portfolio? Are you checking it to see if you need to actually change direction? Are you checking your portfolio? Do you actually know what we talked about the assets we have? Some of us don't know that there are some other assets we have in this era of AI. We have digital assets. Do you know where they are? Do you actually include them in your savings? Are they in your assets? Are you planning for them? Are you including them in your plans? Okay, so we talked about digital assets. We talked about emergency fund, making sure that they are taken good care of, and so that we include what we call, what we say about financial security, savings plans, budgeting, money management, financial education. That's what we are talking about. Wealth building. So the key is wealth building. How are you building that wealth? How are you building that wealth in the family? Do you have some of your children or dependents. They might not even be your children. Sometimes you find out there are people who are dependent on you, whether you like it or not. There is no other person to help them. So you are the person that has to take care of them. So those dependents, are you planning something so that you can take care of them? If I'm a Nigerian, yeah, that's why I have a beautiful accent. And so sometimes you notice that you have these dependents in Nigeria, and you have to save some to give them. Whether you like it or not, you have to save some for them. So that's part of the emergency fund I'm talking about. And how do we plan for that? How do we plan to include them in our goals for 2025? How are we doing with all the goals, the health goals? Are we eating all those fruits and vegetables that we talked about? Are we going to the gym and actually exercising like we said we are going to do? What about those? Somebody needs to have an accountable, somebody has to be your accountability partner. So who is your accountability partner to see if you are actually doing what you said you're going to do? Is there anybody checking out on you, trying to catch you, whether you go to the gym or not? I don't think I have gone up to 3 times since the beginning of the year because it's too cold here. Because I guess some people haven't gone also like me, but if I check your goals for the year, exercising and eating those vegetables, and they are all in your goals. I think they are. People always put it there, but are you checking them out? Are you taking them seriously? Okay, so where is my brother, Eni Osun? Come on. So we are here today to make sure we remind everybody about the goals we already set for the year. Do we have an accountability partner? Are we doing it just like we said it, or is it just on paper? Is it only on paper? Okay, so emergency fund, financial education, we can call it financial literacy. I found out that everybody doesn't really know about that. I can tell you can have all the degrees, accolades you have in your pocket, but you might still be financially illiterate. So financial education is important. And if nobody educates you financially, you have to educate yourself. If nobody, and I don't think anybody wants to actually educate you. So you go and find all those finance books, good ones, that's good ones, a lot of them. And I wrote one. My own book is Family Wealth Secrets. And that's what we are talking about today. So let me show you my book though, just in case. Family Wealth Secrets. It's a finance book. You really want to get one of it. It's not that costly. It's, a hard copy is $11 at Amazon, and you can still get the audio. The other ones at 99 cents if you want to buy the ebook. But are we, as adults, are we educating ourselves about our financial literacy? Are we actually reading finance books? Are we actually knowing what we're supposed, so we can teach our kids? Do we actually know what we're supposed to know? Because I can bet you, you will not be able to teach anybody what you don't know. You cannot teach anybody what you don't know. So you have to know it first. Then you can teach someone. And so do we know financial literacy? And then if we do, are we educating the members of our family? So they really need to know. And also, I asked a question about all those 2025 goals. I know that on the 31st of December, 2024, we were all running our mouth. I'm sorry if I'm running our mouth about the goals for 2025. We need to go and do a check again and see how many of them are we actually doing? Are we doing them? If not, we need accountability partners or one partner maybe. to help us put a check on those goals. But remember, one of them is building an emergency fund. And I talked about that. I used the 50-30-20. I also used the Pareto principle, 80-20. And you might want to read them up and make sure you are using them. There are other finance books in the market too. Well, I'm from Nigeria, so we call it market, but in Amazon. So there are a lot of them that you can just read, and you can find everything now in you can Google anything, you can ask your chat GPT anything, and at least they will give you some information. And so unless we're asking, we will not get them. All right, so that is a little bit of introduction before we do the prize draw. You might be the person to win, so you want to stay, don't leave. So you might be the winner of the prize draw today. All right, soon I am ready for the prize draw.
Where are you? Thanks for sharing with us.
Where are you? Are you back in London?
So managing our money is the most important thing. That's a point that you're making, Professor Roxanna. I agree with you. We now have to learn how to manage money, and this book is a great help to teach us what we need to do, what we can do better. Who's here? Laverne. Welcome, Laverne. Laverne's one of my new authors. Her book, Late to the Game But Winning, is next that you're going to find out about, because we're going to do some events around the book. It's a life story, but also, I guess, telling people about the things in life that really matter. You talk money, Laverne talks, building a life and doing what you have to do to build a life that's successful and works for you. And that includes career development, it includes getting education, it includes building a family. So Laverne talks about all the important things. I'm glad you're here, Laverne. Like I said, we're going to have to do one of these for your book when the time comes. So for those who are here, those who don't know, we're here because of Professor Roxanna's book, Family Wealth Secrets, that she just told you about. And there's always there's amazing tips in there. It's a small book, but it's in there it's packed with useful knowledge and things that we need to learn to do. That's what we're here for. And this person is going to win today. Those who are in the prize draw all bought the book on launch date at launch price. So I think they spent $1.99, right?
Yeah, and then
was it 99 cents?
I think it's still 99 cents for ebook and right. $11 for
the print book.
For the print book.
No, I don't think it's still the same price, because I tend to increase the price after launch. So
okay, I don't think I checked that.
Okay, so I need to update the badge, because now that the book is a bestseller in its own right, then we need to tell the world. Who's LinkedIn user from Germany? I don't know who that is. Welcome. I suppose I could find that on LinkedIn, couldn't I? So Dr. Amaka Laverne, LinkedIn user from Germany. You're not on my LinkedIn. I don't know whose LinkedIn you're on. Please put your name in the comments so I can welcome you properly. Right, Professor Roxanna is thinking, any guess on with the prize draw? If you haven't bought the book yet, my friends, get in touch. I will put the link to buy the book in the comments. So literally go to the comments and check out the book. So we are just publishing Professor Roxanna's second solo book. So that's the AI book, Professor Roxanna, right? That's Innovations in Education Technology, the Future of AI in the Classroom. See, this woman, she's an education genius, maths genius as well. And now a literary genius too, Professor Roxanna. It's amazing, right? You're doing well. It's a quick question from you for you. What was the hardest thing about writing this book?
The hardest one, well, I wouldn't say it is hard. I wanted to put it on paper, what I had in mind. I think I have had this book in mind since I was 40. It has been in my head. I didn't write it down, but it's been there. It started when I came over here, and I already had 2 degrees from Nigeria. So, but when I came here, I went to buy a car so I could go and do my master's degree in Converse University. And so to buy the car, they told me that they had to look into my credit score and then find the score. Well, you know what? Lo and behold, I didn't know what credit score was. I was about 40 years old. I had 2 degrees already. So from there, then they had to check my credit score, and they came back and gave me a percentage that they will give me to buy the car. I later bought the car, but the percentage they charged me was too high. But I said, if anybody had told me that I needed to, well, a lot of stories. This is just, but anyway, I bought the car at a very high interest rate. So I decided, okay, I need to start documenting all these things. First of all, it was a culture shock for me. A lot of things happened when we came. It was not the same kind of education. Education is the same, it's mathematics, but both the accent, you have to deal with the people you are working with. And so we had to learn how to communicate with the community, and then do what we have to do, go to school, get my master's degree so I can continue teaching mathematics. Even though I was already an accountant, I'm a trained accountant, but I had to start teaching, continue teaching, so that I can take my 5 children. I brought 5 children to America that time, so I could take them to school, and so they can grow and still know us, and we'll know them. Because if we had just left them and gone to work, then they don't have anybody taking care of them at home. So that was why I continued teaching when I came over here. But anyway, the important thing is that I wrote the book because of all the hurdles I went through when I came over here. So I felt that, well, even though I was educated when I came over here, I was really financially illiterate. So I don't want any other person. I don't want any other person to be all educated and financially illiterate. I want you all to be financially literate. That's why I wrote Family Wealth Secret. Thank you, Michelle. Did I answer your question, Annie?
Of course you did, amazingly. Michelle, please feel free. If you want to ask a question, feel free. Are you on mute or are you unmuted?
You muted me. It's okay because I talk too much. It's a good thing. It's not a bad thing. It's all right. You control it.
Go for it.
I love it. I remember everything now. Like I said, brain fart right now. I remember everything about this, and you know what? I really took all this to heart because my grandmother that helped raise me, she was the secretary for agriculture, for extension office. And when I went to school, we had a class for economics, and then you had home ec. I brought home my home economics book, and she looked at me and she said, "No, Michelle, that's not how you do it." And that was the only class that I ever remember of economics at all, going through school from kindergarten all the way through high school. That was, and it was an elective class. It was like, do you want to take it or you want to take home ec? It's like, do you want to learn about life or would you rather cook a pot brownie? You know, and so in the 70s, you're going to be like, pot brownie. Or maybe it was the 80s. You know, and so I had to learn through my grandma how to do it because honestly, since I was dyslexic, I was writing my name on the right side instead of the left side, and no one corrected me. And that's when she said no. So I'm glad you wrote this because everyone needs to know economics. I did not get a credit card because I was scared I would get into debt. And I just got my first credit card, and I'm 53. But I knew I couldn't control myself, and I had to pay for my kids' education and stuff. So it was just, I'll admit, with my disabilities, when I get depressed, it's like, I'm going to go shopping. So I just, and so I had to take that equation, the credit card, out of my scenario. Yeah. It was a compulsive behavior, so I didn't know how to control it because no one taught me at all. Or when they teach you, they're just like, oh, dumbass. And they're just like, it's okay, throw it to the side. And I was blessed because I wanted to learn. And so I actually copied people. Like if you were doing something at your house and I was there with your daughter or your son hanging out, if I saw you doing bills, I would watch. Not watch a number. Say, a grown-up's doing something. I need to learn that because I went from house to house my whole life, not having anything stable. So I knew to watch people that were that I, but I would only watch certain people that would usually sit at their kitchen table and look like they were having, oh shit, it's the bills, but it's okay. I still love you all, or you had the ones you didn't want to watch that were usually in an office and they were drinking, and you could always hear them yelling and slamming a phone. And during that time, no one in the house was ever happy. So,
it's interesting. It's interesting. The point you make is important. Again, as a publisher, it's a fact that we don't learn many things in education, as you mentioned, that schools don't teach us many things that we need to know, right? And sometimes our families don't teach us what we need to know either.
No, and kids need that. They need learned behavior. Learned behavior starts the minute a child is asleep because it hears you. It feels you. It knows when you're fighting. It knows when. It's just like Santa Claus knows when you're awake.
Yeah, it's true.
How's a child like that supposed to sleep? How's a child like that supposed to sleep?
Now it's about reading. It's about reading books. That people like Professor Roxanna write.
Yeah,
that's the point of books like this, and many of the books that we publish. So I mentioned the first book earlier. I think it's a how to live, how to aim and achieve your goals book. There's always a reason we write books.
And what's beautiful about your books is when your kids are really small, grab her books and read it to your child. They don't know what you're saying, but you're learning. Yeah. And they hear your voice because you're like, oh, look at that. I can learn how to write a check, or I can learn how to do an emergency fund. So, we're not screwed like we were in COVID. Lessons I learned. But your child doesn't understand it really good. And that's okay. But make your voice turn up and down. But that way you are learning. And guess what? Your child, whether or not, is going to be like, oh, she got this kind of book to me when I was little. It learned behavior.
It's true. It's definitely true.
Sorry.
So what is going? Why are we still? I can't hear you, so I'm wondering.
You see?
Oh, I turned my mic off. I'm sorry.
Oh,
I was
okay.
out.
Okay.
Hear you. I know we can hear you. I can't see Dr. Islam, but this is the issue when you have two LinkedIn pages or events on two pages.
Okay. So what do you want me to do?
Nothing. It's fine.
Okay.
You can see them.
But if you want me to close one, I will.
No, you're fine. No, Michelle, you're fine.
I don't feel anytime. Count your vegetables with their kids. Use colors. The more colors
Your
and
LinkedIn
vegetable
pages.
count.
Hold on, Michelle, hold on. I'm going to meet you again for a second, Michelle. Now, if I just close one, turn the volume down. Turn the volume on your LinkedIn. Your LinkedIn, turn that down. Michelle. Right. So you're hearing a replay. That's what's
Say it again.
You have your LinkedIn, right? Turn the volume on your LinkedIn event page down.
Okay, do you want me to? I'm going to turn it off, right?
No, there's a volume thing on the right hand side. Turn it down to no sound. Bottom right, there's a volume button. Turn that down on your LinkedIn page.
Okay, it's actually off. It's entirely off, but I'm going to turn it off entirely. But I cannot.
I can hear myself, so it's not off. Yeah, no, you just turn it down. The fact I can hear a replay means that the LinkedIn page is still on. So okay, so our LinkedIn pages are all off now, right? So those you see, Dr. Roxanna, welcome them. So now Dr. Islam will see you. So now Professor Roxanna sees you. Michelle, which Michelle? Is Michelle or Michelle Ramos? Professor Roxanna, which Michelle can you see on your LinkedIn feed? No, you're on mute now, so we can't hear you.
Then it starts making noise.
No, it's easily manageable. Just doing the right things. Okay, so what's coming next with this book? Of course, after the draw, we don't have much more time. So what's coming next from now about this Family Wealth Secrets book? What are your plans?
What my plan is? It's already is in Amazon is selling, but I already put it in my website, so it can sell from my website also. So people who visit my website can buy from there. When they click the link, then the payment is done in Amazon.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I already put it in my on my website so that people can buy from anywhere. They don't have to be at Amazon to buy.
Yeah. Well, but most we go to Amazon. So if you buy a copy of Family Wealth Secrets today, thank you.
My pleasure. I need to fill this
on this link.
All the best, remember
that. Okay, sorry, my wife came with a cup of tea and my son is doing what my son does, which is, yeah. Of course I want to post this. Do you want to post this comment? Of course I do. I just said yes. Okay. Okay, Dr. Roxanna, here's how it works. Everyone here, here's how it works.
Okay.
I'm going to put on the spinning wheel.
Okay.
And then when you say spin, I'll press the button, we'll spin the wheel, and then we're gonna get to a winner when the wheel stops.
Okay, what do I say? Say it again.
So we're gonna spin the wheel.
Okay.
And when the pin stops on someone's name, that person is the winner, right?
Okay.
And then we'll get in touch with that person to tell them they've won. Of course, we'll do a post on social media tonight to say who the winner is.
Okay.
I'll take a picture so you can see who the winner is, right?
All right.
And then we'll be in touch with the winner. They can tell us the voucher they want, the $25 voucher they want.
Okay.
Which store, which retailer, which service provider, whatever, right? Of course, the default is Amazon. If they don't choose and they get $25 Amazon voucher from you, right? If they choose, then we can go to that retailer and try and buy a voucher, that they offer, and they send the person the details of the voucher, right? There's normally a number. That's as simple as it is, right?
Well, yeah,
Go on. Go on, you're saying?
Yeah, I hope I understand what you said, but anyway, I will probably need more explanation so I know the right thing to do about the about how to send it to them. But anyway, let's spin the wheel first.
We'll send it by DM. We'll send it by email. That's normally the
Okay.
ways I would send a voucher.
Okay,
It
well,
depends
let's
on when
do it then.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it.
Mhm.
So share screen. Okay. I can see. It's pretty simple. You see how it works? Can you see
Okay,
my
I see.
screen? The wheel of names. Cyrus is there. Alicia is there. Dr. Amaka is there. Amel, Kobayas, Paulette, Christiana. So that's Natalie Thomas as well. Thank you all for buying the book.
Oh,
Michael,
I like the wheel though. It's pretty.
Tolu, Joni is there as well. Dr. Noella. Thank you all
It's
for
the
buying
wheel
the
of
book.
fortune.
Yeah, it's a wheel of fortune. Exactly that. Okay. So should I go for it? Should I spin the wheel?
Oh yeah, go ahead and spin the wheel.
It's a drum roll thing. I can't do a drum roll, right? Essentially, here goes. Here goes. Ooh. Who's gonna win? Who's gonna? Oh, Aaliyah win!
Wow, that is
Aaliyah wins!
Aaliyah 80. Wow,
Yeah.
congratulations.
Thank you for buying the book.
Wins.
See, that's the beauty of our. That's simple as that, Dr. Roxanna. Simple as
That's
that.
so simple though.
Yeah.
That is simple. That is simple.
And it has a system that works. It's a wonderful thing.
That
So
is simple
Aaliyah's
though.
today, superb. And I will send you the picture. And please create a post. I will reshare this video on my YouTube, so that way more people can get to watch it, and they might be the winners for all I know.
Okay.
So if you watch the video on my YouTube, please like, subscribe, and comment.
You always say that. Okay.
Yeah, and you know what? These live events have increased my watch time and my subscribers. I got 10 new subscribers this month, and about another 100 odd watch time, 100 hours watch time, in addition to what I normally get. Yeah.
You the man. You the man.
Have you got up to your? Did you get your 4,000 watch hours already?
Not yet. Not nowhere near it. I said, but I'm getting there, and I think I'm 250. I'm getting there. The more of you watch on YouTube, the better. But if you're there, please like my page, subscribe to my page, comment, and like the videos.
I already subscribed to your page, so I don't know what else to do.
You're a YouTube legend yourself.
Oh no! I'm learning. I'm learning. YouTube is not easy. I don't know why people say it's easy.
It's not easy. You have to create content. Keep creating good content, and then you be like Professor Roxanna, where YouTube pays you for being the star that you are every month.
I'm trying. There's a lot of learning there. People say it is easy. I said, well, if it's easy to them, it is not easy to me. It's a learning curve for me.
It is. We need to get your lives. We need to get your events going to your YouTube as well.
Okay.
Well, we need to add your destination to your to your StreamYard. That way, everything we do goes there. Everything you do goes there.
Okay. All right.
Thank you so much, everyone. Michelle, thank you for coming on stage.
Thank you, Michelle. Thank you for keeping us company. We appreciate you.
You guys, thank you.
Thank you.
You know what? The world's going to be okay.
Okay.
The world's going to be okay. Because
you're gonna
teach us economics. Yes,
you're
gonna teach us economics so we can pay bills, be part of society.
Well, you know one thing, Michelle, I don't think it's not just American society. I think it's the whole world. When I was in Nigeria, nobody was teaching me. It was not in our curriculum, and I've been a teacher, so it's not in the curriculum anywhere. Nobody's serious about. No, what? I don't know. I just call it the elephant in the room that nobody wants to talk about.
But I don't understand why. But they want us to go out and work, and they're like, "What? You don't know how?"
But they'll finish. You finish. They give you a degree, and they expect you to go and use your credit card, have a good credit score. But nobody taught you what it takes to have a good credit score.
Okay,
What
I'm
it
gonna
means
be
to have.
honest. Yeah. All right. I'll be honest about this. The first time I got a checkbook, my grandmother was helping me.
Yeah.
No one told me though. I thought if you had checks,
It's always
because
no
you
one
pricing
told
them.
me. It is always that. No one told me. So they
I
don't
thought you
teach you
could keep
finance,
pricing.
though. Unfortunately, they don't teach you finance. Anyway.
No,
Yeah.
Professor Roxanna and Michelle, you make good points. I think Professor Roxanna, it's a call for you to do more events to educate people.
Okay.
That's what Michelle said.
I told you already to put me in the one of them, but you haven't. So when you do, I will.
Okay. Well, no, let's talk. And I said, now that we've done the book launch out the way properly, everything done.
Yeah.
Then let's work out how you're going to market the book going forward. Of course,
Okay.
I'm well aware that your AI in education book is coming out soon as well.
Yes.
So
Yes, I need the AI. AI, I don't understand. It drives me nuts.
So the Roxanna's book will help you learn. That's a good thing, right? That's the beauty of.
And one thing is that every day AI is coming out with so many new things. So you never know all of them because every day they are coming out with many, many new things.
Yes,
it's beautiful.
Yeah, no, it can be. So the impact on our lives, making life easier and doing more, helping us do more. It's a good thing.
Yeah.
My friends, look, go to the comments page for this event, and the link to the book is there. Of course, you can connect with Dr. Roxanna as well. Connect with Michelle. Connect with everyone who was here. So thank you so much for joining us, Dr. Amaka. You will win. Don't say you never win. Say I always win next time, right?
Yeah.
But Dr. Amaka buys everyone's books. She bought everyone's books. So
she
there's at least 10 more prize draws for you to win, Dr. Amaka. It will happen.
Anyway, when she writes her own book, and we are going to all buy.
I agree with you, Professor Roxanna. Exactly that. We support each other, right? And
Yes.
she's writing a book, and her life story is coming out very soon. We're about to start publishing. We're about to start publishing that too. So, and hopefully she will be in the health survivors, surviving life-threatening health illnesses
anthology. Okay.
If you don't know what her story is, well, you get to find out, my friends. Look, enjoy your evening, enjoy your Wednesday, enjoy the rest of your week. Michelle, you're a star. We'll have to talk soon, Michelle.
You guys have a beautiful day and a beautiful night. Bye.
Yeah.
Bye, everyone.
Thank you for coming, everyone.
Thank you, Professor Roxanna. Thank you. Bye, everyone.
Thank you.
Every step forward is a new beat to your drama. She's success with Global.Media.com and celebrate it with or without champagne or rum. She's success with Global.Media.com. To your drum, achieve success with Global.Media.com.